everyone, I'm back for another video. This might be the second one I managed to get out over a couple of days and then I'll be gone. Or I might get three. In before I'm disappeared again for another week or so. Work being what it is. I know some people have said, hey, where are you? And it's like, here I am, I'm back. And some people have said, stay away. And it's like, no, I'm back. Ha ha. This is Marillion. I like a bit of Marillion. I'm a bit of a prog head in one way. Classic prog, not too much of a fan of. Few people have mentioned a few prog songs. I might get round to them at some stage. I will get round to them at some stage. I'm just worried that I won't like them as much. That's the kind of person I'm not. You know, I know there's a chance that I won't like them as much because that's why I am. So if you wanted me to take that risk, I'll get round to them. I think a couple of Genesis tracks have been requested, a couple of Yes tracks have been requested. You're taking a risk when you tune into me doing them. I might be like, for some reason, neo-prog was what they called neo-prog, was the stuff I got into. Marillion were the forefront leaders of that. They still are really the leaders of it. People think Marillion when they think neo-prog a lot, although after Fish left, they morphed into something else really. But neo-prog's one of those terms that for some reason people into the classic era of the 70s stuff decided, oh, you're basically copying it, so you're neo. That seems to be where it's come from my angle anyway, from some of the stuff I used to read a long time ago. Other people might have different reasons for calling it that. A lot of it is basically they've taken stuff from the 70s and then give it a modern twist, like 80s and 90s twist, or continuing on. New bands keep forming all the time doing similar stuff, and they're still classed as neo, because you know they're aping the sounds of the 70s in part, but of course they can't be the 70s because they're not from then. They're still progressive. It's still a class of progressive rock, really. There's two strands, I would say, to prog. One is the classic sound of the 70s and those bands that follow that classic sound, and the other one is all the rest of bands that are called progressive, to change, mix things up, do other stuff, but don't ape back to the 70s. The only thing they ape back to the 70s on is the experimentation and the willingness to try things. So there's two strands for me. And people right now are throwing things at the screen going like, I disagree totally. And your prerogative to disagree totally. But explain why. I don't mind listening to other people's opinions at all, as long as it's not so that's like, that doesn't get anywhere anyway. But anyway, this is Go. This is a Marillion song I haven't heard. It's from one of the albums I haven't got all of them really. They've got a lot of albums, and somebody who likes to jump around from things to thing, I don't always keep up with everything, and Marillion went through a period with me where it was like, well, that album sounds like that album, and that album sounds like that album. It's like, they're sounding all the same all of a sudden, and they sort of blend into one a bit. And the last couple of albums, every one of their albums really has a song that makes you go, oh my god. But several of the other albums, several of the other songs, just go like, oh, yeah. So every now and again they bring out an album which makes you go like, whoa. Things like Brave, things like Marvels, etc. But I don't know which one Go was on. Was it on .com or something like that? Because that's one of the ones I haven't got. But so this will be a new one for me. I think it's supposed to be a light one. This is live at the Albert Hall. So let's go chanting. Chant along with them. Come on. Let's go. Go.
Turn your life upside down. Take a car into town. tell the world is asleep and tear it up and never start again. Take a train to the sea. Stay up all night and bleed. It only takes a fraction of a second to turn your life upside down.
That's Marillion. Go live at the Albert Hall. Now, I've had the privilege of seeing Marillion a couple of times live, but never in that setting. Never with that sort of stunning little thing going on there. Everybody with the lights. They already had the special light things out there, but they also had all their phone and everything. It was like, wow. It's one of those things that you go like, would you get the same feeling there? If you've been in the Gods part, I think you'd get the same feeling. In fact, you'd get an even bigger feeling of euphoria. Just watching that at the end part, absolutely stunning looking. Very nice song, very beautiful song. Possibly made better by being in the live setting there as well. It could be one of those ones on the album that might be more overlooked if it's, as it's one of the more as a gentle song. I don't know about the whole album, but it seemed like one of the gentle songs they've got. That was great. That was great. Steve Rothery on guitar, as usual, creating the signature sound of a Marillion song. Basically, if you strip out the vocalists from both eras of Marillion, you'll always recognise a Marillion song by his guitar playing. It's basically one of those ones where you're like, yep, that's Steve Rothery. That's Steve Rothery. That's the guitar playing. And this was, again, no exception. It was like, yep, if you went, closed your eyes and went, who are they? Not close your ears, of course, just close your eyes. I don't know why I put my hands over my ears. But it'll just be there, Steve Rothery. That's his guitar playing. That's Marillion. Unless it's one of his solo things. So, but I've never heard any of his solo stuff, so I don't care. That's a Marillion song. So Steve Hogarth, as the orchestra kicks in, goes like, you know what? I need a bit of a lie down. So he does. Lies down on the stage. Right. Can't get more relaxed than that. Just all round. Great performance. Tight performance, of course. Great band. They know how to get the audience pumped. Even with their gentler style of music. It's just all round great. Nothing else to say about that except let's go for another video at some stage in the future. See what I did there? It's called a segue into something else. So, no? Yeah, please yourself. I'll see you for another one very soon. Bye.